What's going on, folks? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. It's what we do here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new release from the voice of rock, the legend himself, Mr. Glenn Hughes. The album is called Chosen, and of course it's on Frontiers Records. There we go. Kind of like a very tranquil looking bit of photography there on the album cover. We got the ocean and some rocks alongside the shoreline, right? Got the sun all the way in the back there, right? And a little bit of glare here, right? This, I believe, 14th or 15th studio record, depending on whether you call one or the blues albums a regular album in his discography, depending on whether you call the holiday album he did a part of the discography, right? So it's 14th or 15th studio record. Let's take a look here. Here we got the lyrics. More photography. Got a very cool looking place, right? I wouldn't mind being there, right? And then there he is along with one of his beloved dogs, because of course he's a huge animal lover. He's got a whole house full of dogs, which I always think is a great thing. Bass and vocals, Glenn Hughes. You got drums, you got Ash Sheehan. Guitars, Solon Anderson, who he's worked with quite a bit in the past. And then on keyboards, you got Bob Fridzema. All right. All songs written by Glenn Hughes, produced by Glenn Hughes and Solon Anderson, engineered by Benjamin Hayer, mastered by Solon Anderson. So, what do we have on this new Glenn Hughes record? Well, if you remember, he did, a number of years ago, he did the Resonate album, of course, because he's been busy ever since, right? That last album, to me, is my favorite Glenn Hughes solo album in his long catalog. Alongside all the great stuff he's done with Deep Purple and Trapeze and Black Sabbath and Dead Daisies and Black Country Communion and Who's Thrall and Gary Moore and Phenomena and all sorts of stuff, right? He's appeared on a million albums. But Resonate is my favorite album in the catalog. Possibly till now, I don't know. Because this, I think, gives that one a run for its money. So this is another one of those lines where, Glenn loves, groovy music. He loves kind of like soulful R&B bluesy stuff. He also likes and is expected to take part in more of the hard rock, blues rock, hard rock style, bordering on metal, but not really, right? He's that kind of heavy rock. This is, again, a lot of all of that, but this is a pretty rockin' album. It's pretty heavy in spots, but it's melodic, and it's got all the, soulfulness you expect from a Glenn Hughes album. Voice in My Head kicks things off. I mean, the bottom end on this album is enormous. Really big. It's like the way these albums are produced, these Glenn Hughes solo albums, it's like, a lot of emphasis. You hear the bass up front in the mix, a lot of guitar, thudding drums, that sort of thing. And that voice, right? That voice. Guy's so good. He's in his 70s and he sounds better than ever. Voice in My Head is terrific. Really good song. Again, the bottom end, just kind of you feel it in your bones. It's so good. It's just so catchy. My Alibi is terrific. Chosen is really good. You got Heel, In the Colden. I don't know what In the Colden means. Maybe that's like a place. Maybe this is called the Colden. I don't know. In the Colden is great. Another one of my favorite songs. Again, love that big kind of groovy bass. It's funny because I've always found, on a lot of these Glenn Hughes solo records, the guitars are kind of mixed and produced in a weird way. They're kind of they're not, I kind of find the production of this album very similar to the way that last Black Country Communion album was produced, in that I found Joe Bonamassa's guitars are kind of mixed in a weird way where they're kind of muddy sounding. That's kind of a similar way here, but it kind of works in this setting because I think Anderson's guitar work, it's kind of gritty, it's kind of muddy sounding, but it works within the confines of these kind of, you don't really want big metallic guitars for something like this. This is not like John Norm's Face the Truth album, which Glenn sings on. That's more like a metal album, right? This is more of kind of like a heavy, bluesy, heavy rock album. So the kind of muddier guitar sound is a little more organic sounding, and it's not like a lot of distortion on it. And I think it works here because Glenn's bass is very big and beefy, and it works really cool alongside that. So In the Colden is great. The Last Parade's lots of fun. Hot Damn Thing is kind of funky and kind of groovy, right? It's one of the more different songs on here. Then you got Black Cat Moan, again, kind of bluesy hard rock, Come and Go. And then Into the Fade is the last track, which is also really, really good. Amazing vocals on here. Good choruses, memorable choruses. He does Glenn does his more kind of soulful voice. He can do like that kind of shrieking thing he does do, but he doesn't overdo it. I think we know in more latter day Glenn Hughes, as opposed to what he was doing back in the Deep Purple days, he kind of lays off that. Only when needed does he do the more histrionic type thing. Throws it in from time to time just to show you he still has the pipes to do that, but he doesn't overuse it. But man, he just sounds so good here. He sounds so good here. So again, my favorite tracks on the album, easily Voice in My Head and My Alibi, and probably Into the Cold In. And then maybe, I don't know, Hot Damn Thing is really good. Black Cat Moan, it's all really good. There's not a bad song on it. I really like this a lot. And like I said, it gives you all the things you want from a Glenn Hughes solo album. It's got the heaviness, it's got the groove, it's got the soulfulness, and it's got that really potent kind of like, let's hear the guy show off those pipes. And he does in a big way. But more importantly, like I said, if you like big, fat bass sounds, very high in the mix, get that all. He's a really good bass player. Very underrated as a bass player, I think. And, there's great, the guitar riffs and the guitar soloing on the album by Soren Anderson are excellent. He's a really, really good player. But he, again, doesn't overplay. It's more for the song, which I kind of like. And even the kind of moodier, more like atmospheric tracks on here are also really good. But if you want some really kind of fun and funky, check out Hot Damn Thing. That's a really good track as well. But it's all good. It's all good. So if you've heard it, let us know what you think. It's been out a couple weeks. I got it a little bit. I got it probably 2 weeks after it came out, and I've been trying to spend some time with it. So let us know what you think of Chosen by Glenn Hughes down in the comments below. Do you think it matches up next to Resonate? I think it does. I think, again, I haven't had it all that long yet, but I think this is going to be one. If it doesn't surpass Resonate, it's going to be ranking right up there with among my favorites in the catalog. Really, really good. I like the more harder rockin' Glenn Hughes solo stuff, and this is definitely one of those. So really, really good. Frontiers Records, Glenn Hughes, Chosen. I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. It's pushing a 4.5. We'll wait and see. Right now, I'm thinking that's kind of where I'm sitting, somewhere between the two. 4.33, right? 4.4? I don't know, something like that. It's easily a 4.25. Is it a 4.5 out of 5? We'll see. It's getting there. It's pretty close. So that's my review. Thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. They're all down below. Thanks in advance, folks, for all your support. It's greatly appreciated. We'll see you soon here with more stuff. I got a ton of new things waiting to review. I've got the new Green Carnation, part 1 of a dark poem. I've got a brand new reissue of Green Leaf, great Swedish stoner rock and doom band, reissue of their first album. I got Daryl Way's Wolf, Cadenza, 3-disc set, putting together from Esoteric, putting together the discography of Daryl Way's Wolf, of course, violin player from Curved Air. We've got a new reissue of Gotham. I've got, what else here? New Jonas Lindberg. I've got new Royal Sorrow, new Jack Star, Out of the Darkness, Part 2, new Chris Slade. Tons of stuff, and a whole bunch of other things just came in from Inside Out, too. I've got Jethro Tull. What do I got? Jethro Tull live set. I've got the new Leprous, which is a live album. I've got the new Lunatic Soul. Like I said, Jethro Tull Aqualung live. I've got the new Olgaj. I've got all sorts of stuff here. Trying to keep up with it. I mean, literally my stack is enormous right now, so I'm going to be busy for the next, well, it's a great way to finish up the year, I guess, getting caught up on all the latter day releases. So stay tuned for all that and more. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.